Hey everyone, Wonderbot here, and welcome to the Tectonica demo. It is effectively Factorio, but stone block, which sounds really cool to me, where you've awoken in a mysterious facility with no memory of your existence, inside of like a giant cave, so unlike Satisfactory or Foundry, I guess, where you're on the overworld. No, you're inside a cave now and you have to explore that way. So you're carving out more of a space for yourself rather than building a giant factory just on top of a planet, which I think is really cool. We're just gonna dive in.
Structural integrity failing. Emergency resuscitation of all personnel initiated. Exit this facility and report to Production Terminal Lima. Door unpowered.
Okay, crank generator. Did I build it? Oh, okay. There we go. Out of power. Do I just put it anywhere?
Industrial construction license initialized.
Okay, charge remaining. Power usage.
Power restored.
Okay. Now if I hold this... Okay, I can deconstruct it and bring it with me.
Casualties detected.
It's a little choppy, but this is version, like, 0.3.
Groundbreaker? You are a sight for very sore eyes. I can't get a read on your voice or ID signal, but I'm gonna assume you work for me. We wouldn't get much done if we tried it the other way around. Let's go.
Huh. There's a story. I mean, technically there's a story to, like, Satisfactory and a couple other ones, but it's usually like, go be a corporate drone. Do horrible things for money, kind of. Whereas this feels a little bit more, this feels a little bit more like it'll actually have, like, a story. Like, more kind of survival focus, which, you know, I'm super down for that. Can I snag this stuff? I thought I saw something that I could grab. But I don't think I can snag any of this as it goes by. Oh, take resources. Infinite limestone.
Reminder,
oh.
Exit this facility.
Shush. I'm currently figuring out that I can maybe cheese parts of this. It looks really neat. It's quite pretty. Well, I don't know if I'm ever going to need all this limestone, but now I have it all. See, this is the stuff I'd like to get down to, but alas, I don't think so. Grab the iron pickaxe. Don't think I have anything else. Security clearance.
Voice authorization required.
Bravo Delta 1.
Access verified.
The amount of time you spend on this job talking to doors, I swear.
I really appreciate that.
Surveying environment.
Your first priority is to inspect that production terminal and start building a factory. Until we hear otherwise, the job is the job. Terminal upgrades provide tech to help build factories, and factories produce the goods required to upgrade the terminals. One hand washes the other. Upgrading the terminal should also restore power to its radio and help us find more places where other people might be trapped.
Can I go into the settings? Oh, voices. I can actually turn this around. Perfect. I'm gonna mess with this a little bit so y'all can hear her better. And the music. Wow. There's actually a decent amount of this. Oh, sprint mode. Toggle while moving. Yeah, I might as well just always be sprinting. Anything else? No. Confirm. I'm just always sprinting now. Perfect. Let's go back to this and actually take a look at it. Okay, so it needs iron ore and copper ore.
This terminal is cooked. Mining drills were the only buildable tech I could recover. Try crafting a few with the materials you've got on you.
Okay, crank generator, mining drill. Oh, you can see it being built over there. So logistics, intermediates, equipment. Well, is there anything here that uses all of this limestone that I've cooked up? I think not. I think I might have screwed myself by picking this up, though I don't know if my inventory is as full as it seemed to have implied.
Once you've got the drills going at both the iron and copper veins, you should be able to dump enough ore into this thing to see if self-repair can do the rest. I'd probably put it together in the first place, so least I can do is be optimistic.
Task inbound. Mining drill. Must be built at an ore vein and fueled with plant matter.
Okay, plant matter it is. We also have some wood.
Task inbound. Mining drill extraction. Verify correct position and fueling by a successful collection of ore.
Okay, I'm just gonna go over here, and we're just gonna drop some of this. How do I do it? Sort, drop, no resources selected. I see no means of... Wait, can I just move this down here? I can, but it doesn't help me. Okay, well, it's maybe fine. How many more mining drills can I make? 5. So we might as well make all of them. I don't think I can pick that stuff up, but I seem to be able to pick up the rest. It seems to go into my inventory, and I can just press space to grab everything. Sick. Let's see. We only needed 20? Well, we got 29 here, so that should be fine. Yep. Let's go over and put some of this near the copper. I wonder if the copper is infinite. Copper vein. It might be? Okay. Well, let's jam this here. I don't know if there's really a better spot than this. Okay, and is this anything? No. Okay, well, unfortunately I'm gonna need to go wave my hands at some plants. For at least a little while. Kindle vine stems, seeds, some other stuff. Hopefully we can replant these later. I mean, if we're getting the seeds, we probably totally can. Now I have a scanning tool, but none of that really matters for the time being. There we go. I really like these games. I'm actually really shocked with these. That most of the indie successors to, like, Factorio, you know, the automation sims, almost all of them have been really good. There have been a couple that have been not so great, admittedly. I'm, like, sitting on a couple of videos that I'm just like, wow, this is not a great game. I kind of regret playing it, because it just didn't bring anything new to the table and just had extra frustrations. But, like, just as a whole, the automations sim, factory management, I had built spaghetti simulators. You know, those universally have just been nothing short of incredibly impressive. Let me get a second one of these up in here. The answer is no. At least not normally. Okay. Looks like I can deform the terrain away. But only if it's dirt. Otherwise I can't flatten it out particularly easily. Let's see, other thing I gotta double check. Resolution, y-axis inversion. Dang. I was hoping there would be a way I could limit my frame rate. It seems to be causing my graphics card to freak out. I've noticed a number of indie games that don't have frame limiters. My computer does not agree with them on a empirical level. It's usually just like, hey, what if 5,000 FPS? Which, I mean, on one hand that's cool, on the other hand my poor PC really does not need to be running that hot or that hard. Though also my poor PC is starting to get a little out of date. It sucks a little bit. I built this baby 3 years ago, right before the pandemic, and now it's just, well, now we've got, what is it? What's the new graphics card? The 4090? It's coming out sometime this fall, so, I don't know. Probably next year. I'll have to replace this bugger. No, I mean, it still plays things on Ultra generally fairly well. I chalk that up mostly to, kind of the graphics. What would I even call it? Singularity? There's a certain point where graphics become meaningless. Or graphics performance and quality becomes meaningless. And I swear we've got to be, like, really close to that. Well, okay, it's not graphics performance per se. Let's see. I guess I need more than this. Well, that's unfortunate. It's fine. At least I can put another one of these in.
Nice work getting those drills up. I'm gonna push you to try for a few more. It'll cost some of what you've got coming in for your objectives, and it takes longer to handcraft ingots from raw materials. But factory building is all about short-term pain for long-term gain. The sooner you see things from that perspective, the better off you'll be. Take it to heart.
I really like the fact that this has, like, a decent voice actress. Oops, that's the wrong one. Yeah, do I want to try and rip this up? I don't know if I really can, to be honest. I guess we could go looking for another copper vein. Oh yeah, we absolutely have another copper vein. We also have whatever the hell... Oh, just another one of these. Okay.
Great job on those extra drills, Breaker. You can never go wrong with more ore.
So shift right click transfers half. I'm just gonna power all three of them. We should probably get some more on the iron at some point, but this is fine for now. And eventually I'll be able to auto-fuel these, I'm sure. Oh, the music is really good. The problem is I love these games so much, I wish I could play more of them. Fit them into my schedule somehow, but I am a busy, busy badger. And there's like 3 of these kind of out this week, because there's Satisfactory update 6, I think, and then there's also Foundry, all 3 of which I'm like beyond jazzed about and want to put some more time in. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to play some more of these, probably once things calm down a little bit. I'd love to do more like goofy sandbox stuff, either that or I just start only streaming sandbox bits and really nix my whole Indie Lightning Round streams, or shit, I don't know. My life is weird this year. I'm in like a state of permanent... I don't want to say transience, because I feel like that's mischaracterizing where I'm at. Let's see if I have enough resources. Oh yeah. Also break every single rock. I don't want to flatten the ground, I just want to get rid of these rocks. They're my way, they get me nothing. A little fairy ring, sweet. But yeah, even just having the voice acting for this, what is her name, Sparks? Having her specifically talking to us. Let's see, repair terminal, there we go.
Making that many ingots is going to require an automated facility. Mining drills and smelters connected by conveyor belts and inserters.
Okay, so we got inserters, we've got a conveyor, or a container. So let's start with that. Intermediates. Mining drills, crank generators. I'm not seeing any of these that would give me a furnace, which is unfortunate.
Belts and inserters have been unlocked in your tech tree automatically, but for smelters, you'll need to do a bit of legwork. I've had the production terminal create a scanner. Pick it up and see if you can find the remains of any smelters nearby. Scan Rex,
so it's kind of Subnautica.
Tech. It's that simple.
Task inbound. Scanner. Scan machine fragments to restore tech tree access.
That's cool. Yeah, so this is kind of like a weird midpoint between Subnautica, Stoneblock, and like Factorio. Or Satisfactory. I like that. That's a good way of doing things. Oh, and I can scan these. Oh, but these are drills.
Scanning things will restore them in the tech tree, but you'll need cores to activate them. For now, you should have enough cores to activate that smelter tech once you restore it.
I think I've scanned all of these. Okay, open the data bank. Why? Hi. Okay. So we've got the light stick, and T for the tech tree. Just to get these out of here. So we've got the smelter, basic logistics, repair and upgrade. This UI could use a little bit of work. It's fine, but it's hard to parse at first glance. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna quickly just pick up a bunch of this old junk. that we don't need or want. I think there should be more, yeah, more of these like weird scrapped out hulks. Okay, now that we've done that, production is gonna take a little while. I'm gonna get at least one more mining drill when we get the chance. What is this thing? I don't know. Whatever. Okay, 6. We've got... Ugh, that was weird. Huh. That is weird looking. Oh, we've got this upper area. What's up here? Ooh. I don't know. I don't know. But we do have storage. So let's take all of that and move over, like, all of this limestone. Whatever it's used for, I don't know. I don't care. Let's see. How do I bring my scanner? There we go. Doesn't look like it can scan most of this stuff, but at least I can pick up the light sticks, which seem to just go back into my inventory. Nice. Okay, is there anything else? Activate the smelter tech, then place one. Oh, I have to activate it. Hold to activate. You can also deactivate it, which is confusing.
Good.
I don't know why I would do that.
You've activated the smelter on the tech tree. Now open up your crafting interface, build one, and place it. You'll also want to get multiple smelters going as soon as possible. A factory is only faster than your hands when you think big.
Okay. Oh, right. And we can just keep picking up these junked out light sticks. I should probably actually put some down. I haven't really needed to. But yeah, let's see what a proper light stick looks like. Oh, it looks nice. A little brighter. Mostly just the junked out light sticks look kind of trashy. And I'd prefer to have something else. Okay. Out of drills, we're gonna have more copper than sense. But that's fine. At some point, I'll equalize them out. Especially once I can maybe build, like, vertical platforms. Oh, here's the other thing. We could actually... Oh, gosh. That's some smelters. Here, I'm gonna cancel crafting for a second. We're gonna build, like, 2 smelters. 3? 3. If I go back into logistics, we can also do... I'm gonna set that up. So this way we can actually, just pull from a singular container rather than multiple. Or, you know, going to every single drill. And I could potentially even transport it a little closer. Luckily, conveyor belts seem to be pretty cheap in this regard. I've played a couple of these where, boy, you really do just deplete all of your resources just to get a couple. Anyway, as we handcraft everything, let's look around. There's this. I don't know what this is. Repair production terminal.
Door secured. Repair and upgrade production terminal.
Looks like a little loot thing. Well, can't do anything with it at the time. For the time. What else do we have around here? As I continue to handcraft. Another busted light stick. And we're back to where we've come from. Yeah, eventually we're going to want to expand this dramatically. Dramatically? Tremendously. Traumatically. Yeah, that also could be a thing. Okay, cool. So we can get the smelters down. Just getting kind of full. I'm just gonna put them here for the time being. Or alternatively... looks like they take omnidirectional input.
Task inbound. Smelter. Supply with ore to produce ingots. Requires plant matter for fuel.
Now that you've built a mining drill and a smelter, your next step is to connect them with a conveyor belt and inserters. Inserters move goods from machines to belts, the belts carry them, and a second inserter puts them into a different machine down the line. If you understand this, you'll be on your way to understanding everything.
Task inbound. Conveyor belt. Use conveyor belts to build networks between machines. Inserters are required to transfer items to and from conveyor belts. Task inbound. Inserter. Use inserters to transfer items between machines and conveyor belts.
Okay. Oops. Oh, no, 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 no. Did not mean to do that. Okay, there we go. I actually need inserters if I want to get any of these out. There we go. Hopefully, eventually, I'll be able to set this up better. But this should work for the time being. Okay, move all of this over. That should be plenty. How are you doing fuel-wise? Yeah, you're doing great. And then I'll get a second one. Just because. Can I squeeze them closer? The answer is no. Now, if I press this, will I make another one? You unhide. Interesting. Now, I was hoping by clicking it, I'd actually just craft more automatically. I believe that's how... Is that how it works in Satisfactory? Is that how it works in... You know, I don't remember. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Just cycle this for a second. Guess I'm gonna need some more conveyor belts. Luckily, these things are laughably cheap. I'll just make a bunch. Let's see. Oh, rotate. Rotate. That's probably good enough. I think we'll have another iron drill at the end of that. Put that there. And then if I put a box... is this thing just, like, stonking huge? Whoa. Okay, I think it's bigger than I thought it was going to be. I think this bad boy can fit in a lot more places than I thought it was going to. Alright, whatever. We'll get a couple more conveyors and then we'll be good to go. And then I'll go update the copper. I just figured this is easy. Because I think we're going to be using more iron for starters. That's the wrong thing. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, it's going to take a bit. We might have to speed this up. Hopefully we get loaders at some point. I might, I might need to... add one more of these. At least. This, seems like it might be a little on the slow side. Okay, so... No, they have to go into the receptacles. You can't just put them in any side. But at least now we should be able to snag more from that much faster. Okay. Now that we've done that, let's come over here. Because I think these guys are going to be probably more valuable to immediately service. Let's see. Takes a bit, but it doesn't take too long. Like, especially once we've stopped handcrafting things, I think this will be plenty fine. Okay. Move this past. We don't really care about space yet. Also, really hope you get the ability to right-click to kind of reset one of these and say like, yeah, I don't want that. Oops. Because yeah, if I'm lining this up bad, I want it to stop me. And it currently does not. Okay. I think I need to make a divot. It's a bit of a shame because I like this pillar. But we'll probably have to... I mean, eventually, by the time we're done with this is going to look... there's not even going to be a semblance of reason to, like, half this stuff. Or, not reason. There's not going to be a semblance of organic anything. It's just going to be pure hell. Okay, yeah, we'll have this here for now. Let's see. Toss that over. I'm not sure where I got all of this plant matter from. Oh, am I getting it from building? I might be. Okay, let's go back to making a couple of inserters. At least they're easy. We have another big doodad. Okay. 9. No, it doesn't work that way. Shoot. Yeah, being able to say like, hey, I don't actually want to put this down where it's currently having me put it down would actually be pretty nice. Okay, put that there. Get another one of these guys. Yeah, hopefully we get loaders, but honestly we'll probably get faster arms as we go along. Okay, so other things we should probably do, make another smelter, or 2. Bunch of this, couple of these, bunch more of these. Again, at some point this is not going to require nearly as much babysitting. But in the meantime, we are going to have to sit some babies. Okay. Just additional tasks in the journal, so upgrade that. Other things, it's fine. Okay, how much are we sitting on? Decent chunk. Could be a little faster. So I guess let's go back to production, make a couple of mining drills. It's gonna take a little bit to set all of these up, but that's okay too. Hopefully I get the ability to make power floors. Oh, power floors. Yeah, hopefully, I really hope we get the ability to make some of those soon. Because that would save me an inordinate amount of time. I should have made some more arms, shouldn't I have? Well, it's fine. See, otherwise, things I could do is hack at more plants. We'll probably not need plant matter for too much longer, but we'll see. Yeah, it's a little bit on the slow side. It looks like my biggest issue here at the moment is just a desperate need for more copper. And handcrafting. What do you even have in my queue? Can I see? No. I'm gonna cancel crafting. We're just going to, reset our priorities a little bit here. Because the sooner I can get these arms a-rollin', the better. Okay. Put them here. Belt's faster than the arms. Go back to this. Give it everything. Okay, cool. So now at least we're going to be producing a little bit more. We might overload the dang arm. If so, so be it. Oh, can I rotate this? Oh, I can. Okay, cool. So that at least is in the game. I'm just gonna preemptively make a couple of those. We could grab some more arms, but at least belts are very quick to make. There we go. Alright, cool. So this guy should fill up pretty quick. Well, no, it's not, but at least it's gonna empty out the line. I think we can still get some more smelters up in this, which is something I should probably work on sooner than later. Here, snag this. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. We'll see. Once I get layers, it might not be so bad. But luckily, my iron has just had a lot more time to stack up here, so even though its production is lower, it's the thing we need the least at the moment. Get a couple more of those. So what is a red memory core? Activation of standard technologies. Core cluster is formed at 10 cores. So that's probably whatever that thing is up there. Upgrade available resources required. Yeah, I figured. Right, let's go back. Slap another one of these down. Let's see. 9. I'll probably have this one just wrap around and kind of add to it. I'll probably have a second smelter line going kind of parallel, rather than, well, I don't know. Parallel, but being put onto the same belt? Maybe? The only immediate problem with that is that could get kind of expensive kind of fast. Holy smokes, we have a lot of these. Take it all. Go wild. I want nothing to do with any of these. There's probably a better way for me to do that, but it'll clear out. Especially once we get the technology to go a bit faster. Yeah. Oof. Let's see, can I fit one more? I think I can fit one more mining drill. But I'm out of iron. Easily solved. Okay, get another one of those. I see. Is that good? I think it is. Let's go... Oh yeah, we are getting just tons of plant matter from like the grasses that get deleted as I build. Oh, that's a beautiful amount of copper. Alright, we are sitting cozy. Just to make a bunch more arms. Okay. 8. 8. 9. Here we go. Put that up. The arms are going to take a smidge. But that's fine. Nope. You're just a single line. That ain't gonna work. Rotate to that. Okay. Get this. Iron components. I guess having all of that raw iron on hand was kind of handy. Okay. I need at least 2 more of those. At least the arms don't require any fuel. Boy, I do not miss burner arms. Those things were horrid. Like, sure, the current versions are slow as heck, but at least they function. Let's see. There we go. That ain't it. And yeah, I should probably... I should probably mess with this a little bit. Okay, there we go. Everything set? Yes. Except for you. You offend me. There we go. Now it's all nice and properly lined up. Everything's going. We've got plenty of iron. Let's go back and take a look at our copper. The other thing is we're going to need to figure out our power situation pretty quickly, but we now have enough copper that I can repair this and maybe we can make some progress. Bap, bap, upgrade terminal.
We've upgraded this PT as much as we can. The radio works now, but only for incoming transmissions. And the signal it gives you probably won't be one we can get to with a pickaxe. A mole terrain manipulator should be able to cut through, but we still need to find enough fragments of one to unlock the tech. You might want to look around for some Echo Sketch fragments, too. Never hurts to see where you're going.
Ooh. Hi. Okay, so we actually have a couple of things that I can find. I'm assuming... Nope, that was a drill. I mean, at least they give me parts. I like this. And it looks like the elevator goes down, but we've gotta go get access to some more things. Okay, so what's... Oh. Mole fragments. So the mole is probably a digging tool. Better than the pickaxe. Okay, so what's up with you? Crane out of order.
This looks like a standard field setup for drilling a new shaft, but there are 2 problems with it. The first problem is that we're at the end of the line. The only thing below here is the core, and this shaft doesn't look like it was cut large enough for freight anyways. The second problem is that nobody asked me first. That's a much bigger problem. If whatever they were up to here was bad enough that they thought I would report it, it must have been very wrong or very dangerous. Or both.
I really like that. I actually am lightly hoping that this goes like slightly eldritch horror and there's like some really not okay things in the heart of this planet.
Stop. Some of these passages have caved in. Try hacking your way through any walls that look like they don't belong there.
When she said stop, I did in fact stop. That was a good command. This voice actress is rocking it. I mean, it's not like she's doing anything particularly special. Nor is the voice, like, particularly unusual, but the way, you know, the way she's doing it is, like, I don't know. It works. I've heard some real forced voice acting over the years. And I've done some pretty forced voice acting myself. And so I gotta respect, her capabilities? I don't know. Alright.
If everything else is right where we left it, my camp might as well be too. If you were part of my crew, you probably recognize this place. Procedure was to take a portable habitat module into the field. That wasn't for us. So we rigged an assembler to make all this instead. We did everything our own way, but whatever they needed for the expedition, we found. People leave you alone when you get results. Those were good times. At some point, something else started to matter. That part is all a blur. I know we were supposed to go home.
I really like the fact that there is full voice acting for, I guess, more or less narration. You know, to give you that kind of feeling of, like, why you're doing this. Like, you could ignore all of it, and it would still be a very competent, factory game. But this way, there's kind of like a driving force beyond it, and exploration. You know, when playing Satisfactory, I'm not really paying attention to anything, apart from making Big Factory. I think, for the most part with this game, that's going to remain true, as well. But I think there's still gonna be that light aspect of, like, hey, it's kind of fun to find, like, a new little cave bit, and have a bit of narration to go alongside. Okay, so it looks like this is kind of a bunch of nothing. Can I grab this? Oh, I can. Cool. Yeah, we're looking for mole bits. And there's that up there, but I don't think... Well... Yeah, I don't think I can get to it at the moment. Okay, I think we've looped back on ourselves. I'll just look around a little bit more. There was that lower area with the locked door. I might want to do that. Oh, but you know what I should do? I've got a stupid amount of plant matter. Let's go make sure all of my things are powered. Because some of these I did not give a whole lot of resources to. Or, no? Oh. I guess this bad boy is just not hooked up. Never was. Sure. Okay, let's see. I'm just gonna go around... Nope, that's fine. Let's see. I'm just gonna go around tossing in as much as I need to keep these going while I'm wandering. Or to some approximation. I guess the other thing I might as well do is actually just build some inserter arms. And, like, a bunch of conveyors. Because here's the thing. I'm gonna need these no matter what. So while I'm exploring, I might as well be making them. Let's see. Oh no, you're fueled as heck. So are you. I should probably look at my drills, but I think we've got a bit of a backlog. Actually, these are totally out of juice. Well, it's fine. We still have a bit of a backlog. Alright. Like I said, I'm gonna get rid of all these rocks. I don't know. They're in my way. I dislike them. Anything else around here? Yeah, we have this thing. I'll snag all these bits. And then I'm gonna go inside whatever this little bunker facility is. Hopefully I can get inside. It's giving me a green screen, so that's good. System online. Oh, and I can just go in. Access terminal.
This computer has a requisition for local plant life to be delivered to a science team for analysis. It looks like the request was approved, but doing it was marked as a low priority by command, even though the request itself was marked as urgent. We didn't come here for science, but I don't remember this kind of hostility about it either. What were they doing here?
Task inbound. Echo sketch. Generates dynamic map of immediate vicinity from sonar data. Task inbound. Mole. Manipulates terrain for traversal and composition of industrial construction sites.
That's the last mole fragment, Breaker. Don't forget, you'll need to activate it in your tech tree before attempting to build it. There's a lot I can't remember, but the mole is unforgettable.
Identified. Xeno material containers. No contents detected. Identified. Lima sector manufacturing orders. All files corrupted.
I'm almost wondering if this is kind of like a prologue area and we're going to be going elsewhere after this. Okay, so that's maximum upgrade level. We want to go here. Mole. We also have MDR speed. But it looks like some of these at least I can't grab. We can grab that one at the very least. Okay. Equipments. Mole. Boy, that sure is going to take a little while. Oh well, it's fine. Let's go back down to our copper. I mean, luckily it's so backed up off of one singular mine that it really doesn't matter that the rest of these are kind of not functional. I might need to get some more smelters. Wow. Okay. Goodbye, Pillar. You were cool. Hopefully eventually I can geoscape some things to make like a pretty cave. But for now, I'm more than willing to just kind of push on. I should really actually sit down and play Stone Block someday. I don't know. I gotta figure out like so much about life, so much about my channel, so much about everything. I want to play every game, and I barely get the chance to go further than an hour. And it's driving me a bit nutty. Feels like I had so much more time, you know, X number of years ago, and now I'm like barely getting by on the same amount. Probably because I've, you know, changed so much and it's just harder, question mark. Okay. Grab these. Because yeah, I love automation games and I really want to put more time into these. I also got to figure out how the heck I want to, or can even make them function from like a YouTube and Twitch perspective. Okay, I'm just going to get a ton of smelters and arms. And then we're going to grab the mole. Oh, cool. I can just do 1, 3, 5, 4. That's better. Actually, no, wait, no. 1, 2, 4, 3. There we go. Okay, because yeah, if this is going to be giving me guff, then I might as well load up some more of these. The only problem is we're going to need to fuel this, and that's not pretty. Okay. There we go. Oops. Okay. Perfect. Only immediate problem is I don't have a whole lot of fuel. Which is a bit of an issue. Oh well, for now this is fine. Okay, so we also have to activate an echo sketch. But I don't know if I can make one of those yet. Oh, wait, hold up, traversal. I'm gonna make some stairs. And power floors. I'm gonna use as a power source for machinery. I'm gonna build like a shit ton. Okay, yeah, still don't know how to get the echo sketch going, but at least we have the rest of this. Okay. So it wants me to go here? Production Terminal Victor.
Now that you've got tech for an echo sketch, you've got no reason not to build one. Go for it.
Oh. Tech tree. Oh. Oh, gosh. Synthesis. Logistics. Hover pack, suit speed, energy accumulator, light stick, echo sketch. But it's offline? Why is it offline? Oh. It's something about these red tech cores that we haven't taken a look at. I think I might need a lot of those. Okay. Well, we have no idea where Victor is. However, we did see...
You can't continue to activate new things on the tech tree without more memory cores. Try placing the one you're holding like you would place a machine, and it'll get added to your total.
Whoa. Whoa. Oh. Okay. Wow. What? Huh. Interesting. Okay. So, the mole is a little bit more interesting than I was expecting it would be. It doesn't seem to destroy vegetation. Where I was earlier? No. But yeah, so I can use it to just completely blast through large chunks of limestone really quickly. Well, we need as much plant matter as we can get. Eventually, I'll be able to fuel some things. But for now, this is fine. Okay. Hi. This has got some limestone, which looks sick. Okay. So we're gonna go up and put those cores down. Let's see. Did I actually end up building a bunch of them? I built some. I've got 6. Yeah, so these are probably my remaining, or my starter cores. Okay, so if we go back to this, offline 8. Available 7, placed more. Okay, offline. Now it's on, now we just gotta find the beacon. So still can't do anything with the light sketch, crank, other stuff. Oh, long inserter. Oh, I see. This is why you activate and deactivate things. It gets me my cores back. That makes sense. Interesting choice. And confusing. I actually truly do not know how to feel about it, frankly. Okay, now it does look like I can destroy maybe a vein. So that's well, time to find out. No. Okay, so it does not destroy any of the ores. It just destroys other stuff. You know, that's actually kind of fine. Move this over. Why are you not... Oh. I guess these... Oh. Yeah, that'd be... That would happen, wouldn't it? Yeah, we don't have enough arms removing from these. Okay, well that's a whole extra can of worms I'm gonna have to deal with. Let's see, did I get the... Yeah, I got the staircase to go back up here. We'll figure that out later. For now, let's keep using this mole cannon to explore. I thought I saw some interesting things up high. There's that area, but I thought there was another one over here. Oh, hey, the echo sketch is active. So we can now... we now have a mini-map. Which is incredibly cool in and of itself. Like, every aspect of this actually feels... I mean, very intelligent, obviously. I would say this is one of those genres that you can't really go into... without a really good plan. Maybe I'm being a bit condescending, and that automation games aren't actually that hard to make. I mean, there's definitely a very clear blueprint of, you know, who and how and whatnot. Because that's my base. I just don't know where Production Terminal Victor is. This is over there? I have no idea. It seems like this area is just another kind of upper section. Unless there's something really fancy about this tunnel? Yeah, kinda. No, it just looks like it was another path that I'd missed. Okay, this is Production Terminal Lima. I don't think we've found Victor yet. Let's see, I don't think there's a map. Is there? Settings, have a code, wish list, axis, controls. Data bank, we haven't checked. Toggle sprint. If I press this, okay, these are all of my goals. Let's see, flora, or not goals, lore bits? Kind of. Things that we've scanned at the very least. Okay, so yeah, I have no idea where the production terminal, the next production terminal is. We can go back down to this sucker for a bit. But I think the next order of business would be finding the, or just throwing myself at weird walls until I find something that actually looks official.
We've already examined this. Check your log.
Oh, right, logs. That's interesting. So yeah, you can actually listen to everything. Cool. But none of this is what I'm looking for. We've got to find a wall. Like a suspicious wall somewhere. Well, this certainly looks like a suspicious wall. I'm gonna make it a bit bigger. Okay, cool. There's something on the other side of this.
I never got the chance to thank you for getting me out of that facility. I appreciate it. At the time, it seemed like the best thing to do was focus on work and not get caught up in thinking about anything else. I've tried to stay sharp for both of us, but now that we're almost back to the main line, I'll admit it. I was terrified. It'll be good to see some friendly faces. And a few thousand twinkling lights. I'm sure you've got people there too.
So is Sparks a AI then? It wasn't immediately clear earlier. Okay, so I'm gonna put my scanner as number 5. Stairs will be 6. Okay, I think I've scanned that, but I have definitely not scanned these. The other thing we should do is actually go back. I don't think I'm gonna rip up my old setup, but This is the wrong one. Because the real trick would be to set it up with infinite power. At the very least, I doubt I'm going to connect the old setup very aggressively here. But at the very least, I do want all of the resources that it's been gathering. That's a lot of copper. Sick. Okay, well, considering I have so much... Oop. There, now my inventory is hellaciously full, but at least we've got one heck of a jump start into whatever we want to do in this next zone. Oh, there's that dirt wall there that we saw. This was a little bit less obvious, except for the echolocation, which, handy. Okay, ooh, I got a lot of plant matter, but I'm really hoping that we can actually get some good, reliable power that doesn't involve just shoving vegetables into everything that I have. Oh, I can actually scan these. Cool. I'm just gonna wave my hand at everything as we go by. Now, I will admit, I think this is a pretty good stopping point, at least for now. We've got our assemblers that we can research. I'm gonna have to do so much. And we've got our cannon, but mostly we've got this. Hello! Okay, so this needs 3,000 conveyor belts, 3,000 power floors, and 1,500 inserters.
Welcome to the Tectonica Steam Next Fest free play sector. Please continue to build factories and discover new technologies through fragment scanning and production terminal upgrades. Good luck, and have fun experimenting in the world of Tectonica.
Okay, so we've hit effectively the end of the available story as far as I can tell. I'm just gonna scan all of these things. Just to grab whatever. Threshers. Ooh, we've got some water. That's interesting. But it looks like this is the full gameplay zone. Prior to this, it was just kind of prepping me. Now this is the real game-ish. I got hiccups. But I gotta say, nothing but positive words for what this is presenting to me so far. Absolutely gorgeous. I love the fact that the whole thing is indoors and voxel. Being able to destroy the environments and expand the way I want to is really fun. And like, I got nothing against how Satisfactory works, but there's, you know, I don't really feel like I'm modifying the terrain in that. For example, oh boy. I can just destroy all of these. Wait, hold up. Okay, no, I have to use the pickaxe to get rid of all these rocks. They look lovely, but I'm probably going to do horrible things to this terrain. I don't think I'm gonna mess with this too much, at least for a little while. Because as much as I'd like to play more of this, listening to my computer fans freak out every, like, 20 seconds, it's pretty much constant, actually. It's a little much. It's not something I really enjoy, and I kind of feel bad for my machine. Even though it's literally made for this, it's still kind of one of those where it's like, but poor computer needs a break. And I prefer, I don't know, my fans are also just kind of loud. I tried to get them quiet, but didn't succeed as much as I would have liked. Is what it is. So, this demo is available if you guys want to play Tectonica yourself. This apparently is the Next Fest demo, which doesn't take place for another week, so I think this is going to be up for quite some time. So if you guys want to get in, make some super factories, have some fun with it, and really see like where you can go with this tech system and so on and so forth, now's a good time. I don't know when the demo is going to go down, but it's pretty good so far. Like, I am struggling a little bit, not because games are bad this week, but because games are too dang good, and I'm having trouble prioritizing which ones, you know, I specifically want to put some time into. Here, if I just leave this running... Oh. No, it's still kind of slow. But it's too dang good, and I want to put more time into each and every one of them. But, as a blessing at the very least... Oh, this is such a cool mining tool. Like, this alone is a huge standout, and makes this game feel just so much better. Being able to rip through large sections of the world well, leaving the surfaces relatively even. Like, obviously it looks a little scuffed because of that, but on the on the flip side, yeah, I don't think there's any fixing on that. Maybe the thresher can get rid of it. We'll see. But like, I've played Stone Block, trying to carve out a space. Like, you can use Vein Miner. It kind of works, but not nearly as well as the Mole black hole cannon. That shit's cool. Anyway, so with all that said, if you guys like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like, helps more than you know. And if you want to see more rad new indie games every single day, then hit subscribe, because I've got tons of them to check out. But for now, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.